Good evening. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. It is truly an honor to be selected as the student speaker for this year's Business Leader of the Year event. My name is Christopher Roque Mateo. I am the son of immigrants, a mentor to many, a brother to four, a CEO of resilience, and as well, a young self-made man. Given the promise of the event, my hope is that you will leave tonight knowing a little bit about myself and my continued pursuit, my pursuit for happiness. To begin, imagine being born into one of the most economically deprived cities in America, where abandoned homes stretching blocks are the norm. Individuals experiencing homelessness and hardship, crime and trauma are in the headlines each morning. And oddly enough, calling it home. A space I once felt the most comfortable within, an old comfort zone. At a young age, it was clear to many that I was known to be the unhappiest boy mankind has ever known. The notion was attached to me because I unknowingly had created such a stern exterior, so much that in times of joy, celebration, and excitement, I remained filled with concern of the trajectory of my life. Every morning, I would wake up to complete darkness, no air conditioning, an empty stomach, the same clothes from yesterday and the day before, and the same question as to why did life have to be this way? My mother and I used to collect cans at 4:30 in the morning before school began within my youth years. And we will hope that these cans, as we collected on a daily basis, would hold us over. I remember splitting an apple in 6 ways and remembering that apple will last me as a meal for the following 2 days. When the weather became too severe to endure sleeping in jackets, my family and I will resort to opening the oven and sleeping in close proximity, which only occurred in the months in which we were able to afford electricity. With the little we had, my mother would always somehow make it work, even at her expense. And for that reason, I always admired her resilience. Over time came more events, more individuals who would try to change the trajectory of my life and my own pursuit for happiness. I can clearly recall teachers, community members, outsiders who did not know me or repeat the following: you will never amount to anything more. Nothing more than a product of your environment. And when I attempted to pursue higher education, they said, Chris, let's be a little more realistic. And at the time, I believed him. To my surprise, I would later find out that attending college will grant me the security and the reinsurance that I can change my life on my own terms. All I ever knew was being born into a failed system, be given inferior resources, knowing less and living below the poverty line. I knew life would always take its turns, and that some days would be better than others. But you see, my perspective for life changed when I realized that my family and I were evicted for coming short on rental payments again. So there we stood, on the streets, with all the fear, doubt, and worries of the world. I was homeless, but I was not hopeless. At times I had believed I would never get up again, but I insisted in reminding myself on a daily basis that life must go on. I, Christopher Mateo, am a first generation American. a first-generation college student, and I'm the first to leave a body in my neighborhood. I will later find a second home away from home, my temporary home. For all the years of my life prior to attending university, I did not have the stable place to call home. As for my family and I will move every year. At least, that's what it seemed like. Whoever thought that Loyola would offer me stability, the type of stability I've been in search for all my life. In doing so, it allowed me to pivot from an environment filled with envy, jealousy, hatred, and all those who neglected me forever doubted me. I was now centered around the rich history of Baltimore, seasoned faculty, loyal friends, who foresaw my potential and extended me comfort, love, joy, appreciation, and genuine investment since the very beginning. This will be the place that dispelled every doubt that I ever heard and known. It will be the setting that shaped me and helped me become the man, the young professional who stands before you today. Loyola was the first place that granted me the opportunity to travel overseas. And as a result, I studied abroad in Dubai. It was the first place I learned the importance of communication, teamwork, and development. At Loyola, I was guided at every pothole, every bump on the road, every fender bender, and every near miss. I stand before you today as the resident advisor for first years, vice president for Caribbean Student Union, chief financial officer for Student Government Association, a Salinger Scholar, and most importantly, as a mentor who seeks to empower youth who identify as underserved, marginalized, and underrepresented. And I wish to share one of my favorite quotes by Abraham Lincoln. He once said, "Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you wish to test a man's character, give him power." And for me, that power is education. An education that can open doors like no other. Just like for my ancestors, this power without education would have remained those doors closed for a lifetime. Now with the Loyola education being reached at the end of May, I can finally step forward and pursue my prolonged journey towards the creation of my family generational wealth and end the failed system, as I am now the first in my family's bloodline to enter corporate America. Here's what I hope that you wish that you take away from my story tonight. First, the ability to uphold confidence and instill vision in the midst of fear, doubt, and uncertainty is leadership by my definition. Second, where there is a will, there's a way. And where there is faith, there is courage. And where there is courage lies the power for one to flourish. My experience at Loyola has been transformative. Because of the foundation, extended wisdom, and the family that I have met here, I now have the tools to change the trajectory of my loved ones, my fellow brothers and sisters, and my community. You see, when I was born with nothing. However, when I leave, I will have everything I could have ever wished for and more. And although my mother could not have joined us this evening, I really have to dedicate this moment to her, because the truth is, for her and my ancestors, I am their wildest dreams. Thank you.